YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Pinstar Plays Slipways. Yes, Slipways is back, and we are in the newest patch, the open beta. And speaking of open beta, the open beta is, well, open now, right now. There's a link in the description to the Steam page, but from the 6th to the 10th, you can hop on to the Steam page, grab a copy of the game, temporary, but free, and dive into a limited version of the open beta to try the game out yourself. Not sure about this game or not sure what it's about? Well, continue watching. Actually, please continue watching even if you want to get the game, because, metrics and all that. Anyway, so Slipways is a 4X puzzle game, a trade network building game. And I played this earlier, and it was fun then, and I did some more test playing now. It's fun now. They've added new perks, new techs, and new events to the game, and because of how impactful the perks and the techs are, it makes the variety of any given game much wider. So let's dive in, shall we? Let's go through a nice full run. Let's do a standard run. Obviously more is coming in the full version of the game, but we're going to get rid of that practice game here, and we're going to dive into a standard run. And I'm going to play on challenging, but it does recommend that you start on reasonable. But I've played this game a few dozen times, so I like me some challenging. Now, new to this version is the ability to select sectors. Now, at the moment, the sectors are essentially just random seeds, and you can type them in. But I'm just going to pick one at random. I do not know what this sector may have. It also looks like there will be quirks coming in, so little facets of sectors that could be harder or easier. Let's dive right in. And back again is our council. Now, if you're new to this series, you're basically every given playthrough is randomly generated. Or at least tied to the seed. And with each playthrough, you have to pick 3 of the 5 races to be on your council. Which races you pick will determine the type of missions that they give you. Different races tend to ask for different things. It also gives you access to different Tier 0 and Tier 1 techs, as well as different perks to choose from. Now, I'm gonna go with my favorite trifecta, although I might swap them out. But let's go with the Euphorians. They are my favorite of the 5. Not necessarily the most overpowered or super powerful, but I tend to like them. Alright, now, basically with each one, it tells you the Tier 0 and the Tier 1 techs that they offer you. You don't get these for free, but these are what you could get. Tourist Resort, people equals money on Earth-like jungles and ocean planets. Possibly, but... maybe, well, although ocean planets, I like using them for other things. Maybe not. Gene adjustment reduces planet upkeep. Reciprocity, two-way trade, you get a free that. And then novelty traders. My favorite of the perks. It's still here. It's got a new icon, but it's my favorites. Alright, so then the Dender. These guys are sort of the life, food, and population growth. Disease eradication, gives us an extra person and an extra reputation bonus. Xeno Foods turns... Oh, it's a food processor structure, so you can take bacteria and water and turn it into foods. That's not too bad, actually. That's not bad at all. So that's pretty good. And then their perks. Social capital, I think, is a new one. And then growth. This one's pretty nice for challenging, because money's always a concern. Now, let's see. Do we get our tugboats with the Bakar? We do not get our tugboats. That's the Gravic tugs is one of my favorite technologies that the Bakar sometimes offer you. Not this game, but that's okay. Not feeling the bots. Not really feeling the geothermals, and you know what? Maybe not the Bakar. Maybe let's see if there's someone else that would give us something here. Brain machine interface. Maybe. Mineralize isn't too bad. Forge Worlds, nah. What is this? Experimental. Ooh. 2 free builds of a slip relay. Ooh. Now that's an interesting one. Because normally slip relays are like tier 2, tier 3 techs, and they're really useful. They're really useful. Let me just see what the Vittori have for us. Slip amplifiers give us extra reach when we need it. That's not bad. Large area around itself uses a large area around itself and probes all signals and counters. Oh. Meh. Careful observation. Empty subspace signals are revealed automatically without having to use a probe. That's useful. It saves us on probes. And then scholars, 10 tech for free. So we could buy an early. We could buy an early tier 0 tech. But I don't think we'd want any of those like right off the bat. I do like the mineral seeding. I do like this experimental tech. We'll want to be careful using them, but you know what? I think I'm going to go with it. I am going to go with my novelty traders because I love that. Then again, the social capital, is there I mean, we could research disease eradication and combine that with the social capital. Or the brain machine interface, actually. You know what? I think I'm going to go social capital. That's another one of the new ones they added. This might be really good, and I might be kicking myself like, dang it, why didn't I take the experimental tech? But we'll tech up and get those naturally anyway. I like the chance to get more money anyway. Let's begin. You can only pick 2 of those 6 perks across those races offered to you. Alright, it looks like we are in a nebula here. Alright, so if you are new to the game here, essentially all of these little blips here are planets, or potentially planets. There's no guarantee here. And what we want to do is launch probes. Now every probe that we launch costs us a little bit of money, and also takes a month to do. The game lasts for 25 years, so we need to make the most of our time here. And already I'm actually pretty happy with what we just uncovered. An ocean planet's one of my favorites. They need minerals, but that's fine. There's minerals there. We just need to find them some food. So let's scan nearby worlds to see if there's anything that can produce food. Yeah, this jungle can produce food, but it's not. It's being obstructed by this mineral world, which is unfortunate. I'm gonna spend a probe just to look at this thing right here, because that could. Nope, that was blank. Dang it. Now, when if we colonize this world, it's going to pop out a whole expanse of space here. So we could find some food here, but that's a little bit risky because we have no clue. There's no guarantees that there's food over here. Let's scan a little bit more. All right, so we've got swamps and Arctic. That's actually a pretty good combo. Because Arctic needs bacteria. Swamps produce tons of bacteria. But again, we need to find food. So let's see if there's some food. A primordial world would be perfect. Okay, I think we found our little thing here. Let's, just because this is in the neighborhood, we'll launch a probe. And let me get out my name in-game patron list, because we're going to be renaming some worlds for our in-game patrons. Right then, so yeah, I think this is going to be where we start, although I'm not going to abandon this area, but let's get our stable loop first. So every planet that you encounter here has several different things you can do with it, but you can only do one of the 3. So I'm going to be turning this into a colony, which means we can't use it for an Arctic farm or a thawing facility. But in this particular case, the way it's positioned, we kind of want this. So colony it is. We're going to turn this into a breeding program to get a person. We send a person to work it. It produces 2 bacteria. Boom. All right, we've got 2 new tasks. Increase the total production of goods by 2. I think we're going to be doing that. Get 1 more person producing worlds to successful. Yes, I think we're going to get that too. You can only pick 2 of the 3 missions given to you, but once you beat those 2 missions, then you get more missions. All right, so now we're going to draw a slipway between these 2 worlds. Boom. So now a person is now working this planet, and this planet has sent back some of the biomass. I keep calling it bacteria, biomass, same difference. Now the other thing to note here is these planet designations. So this planet right now is established. That's what that little building is. And then established is good. It means it's stabilized, it's not suffering, it's not necessarily terribly profitable. We're getting 3 income, but it also costs 2. Whereas this world is struggling because it's missing one of its core unfulfilled needs here. So we need to get it some food ASAP. Now, that being said, we have some food nearby. This primordial world has a couple of different things, but one of them is monoculture farm, which is take a biomass and turn it into food. We have surplus biomass. We're using one of them for this colony itself, but we still have 2 more spares. So we get that, we send that up here, and now we have the biomass here and 2 foods. We draw it to here, and now we've stabilized the world. So now we have 3 stable worlds. Now that this world is stable, now it wants more. It wants more, and I don't blame it. It wants goods. Now, remember that perk that we took with the Ephorians, the artifact traders? That's where this comes into play. This is a remnant world, which is basically you send people and you get stuff back. Scrapping, recycling, scavenging. But normally, if you didn't have the artifact traders, these would be your only 3 picks. But now, since we have artifact traders, we have artifact tradings, which is trade a person for a good. We have excess people. We need goods. Bada boom, bada bing. And now we've completed their both of their missions. We produced 2 goods. So that made the Ephorians happy, and we got a person, a colony up to successful. So successful basically means that we got 2 import and 2 export routes. And now, so this is making even more. It's making it costs us 1, but it's producing 10. It's also producing a heck of a lot more people. We have two unused population points here that we could use somewhere else. Now, you can't just force feed more people. We can't say, all right, I want to send more people to this world. Each planet can only trade 1 good at a time. But there's things that we can scan around here. The other thing, we could use population points for our research. We could set up a lab where you research, like extra biomass, and that would give us some points. But let's take a look at our things here. Increase the total production of bots by 4. Yeah, I'd say that's easier. And that it's a little early in the game to start getting plants to prosperous, which is the level 4 upgrade. You need a bigger network to get prosperous, so I ain't gonna take that one. Okay, so let's scan out some new worlds, shall we? See what there is to see. Okay, so all right, there's food going here. Unfortunately, this would be a potential colony, but we can't get the food to it, unfortunately. Now this is sort of like a wild card here. So let's send a person up here, see what there is to see here. So if we... So we could get just $37 from it, just straight up. Or once we do 1 mission with the Slipways, we'd have the option to turn it into 2 power. Now power is sort of like a wild card. It can fulfill any unfilled need. I wish we'd be able to get more money out of it, though. 37's not that much. We'll leave it for now. If we run into cash problems, then we'll go for it. Okay. All right, there's still a food node over here, so let's just scan through here. All right, and of course something else is blocking this. By the way, slip lanes cannot cross each other, and you cannot cross through planets. There are technologies that are available later in the game that you can research that let you break the rules and do things that you normally cannot do. But for the time being, that's, we can't really... Ooh, can we... Ooh, okay, all right. I think I see a way forward, my friends. Now the other thing is, does this... Yeah, you can't research food. You can research everything except food and goods and, well, people. So we can't do that with that, but that's okay. That's okay. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to turn this world into a mineral world. So person equals mineral. Start working that. We're then going to send the minerals here to produce bots. And that's something that these guys have been wanting us to do anyway. So this to make bots. Can't afford. Now we will get more money at the end of the thing, but you know what? I think we're just going to use this for the tempo play and just harvest the cash from it, because I don't want to waste time fast forwarding until we get our annual pay. Now then, here we can turn this Earth-like world into an agro world, which gives us just turns bots into food. Now the one thing I need to hope for is some water, because this arid planet, getting it food's all well and good, but we also need to get it water, and I have not seen any sources of it nearby. So let's do a little scanning before we fully commit. Okay. Now that's problematic. Now we could get water from here, but then there's no food, because unfortunately this whole area is blocking off the food trade here. So maybe... Now the other option here, yeah, you know what, let's do some more scanning. Just analyze all of our choices. Okay. So if we make this a colony, we can get food here. We can blow up the asteroid quite easily. So we can get the food here. We can make this into water. Still can't get food over here, but that's still okay. Yeah, I think that's the correct answer, because there's all sorts of productivity things that we can do down here. Heck, we could even do a thing where we study bots. That's actually not bad at all. Okay, let's do that. All right, so let's see. We go for this. And actually, we're going to colonize this because we get more money from asteroids, the more worlds that are nearby. And we know for a fact that we're going to be using this. So now we pop this asteroid for 24. We get you here. We send you here, and that stabilizes these worlds. Now then, yeah, we could set up a thing to study bots. Ironically, it's the only thing that's really going to be using these bots. But hang on, let's see what this ruins is for it. Sell it off slowly, or yeah, let's sell it off slowly. So that just generates cash over time. Now we have a spare bacteria here. Not much I can think of doing unless something appears over here. but I don't begrudge doing that because we still want to produce 2 more bots at this remnant world because we want to study bots. I think that's the correct answer here. That's the best thing to do. Oh yeah, what's this thing do? Boy, back to the power plant, aren't we? Leave it for now. All right, yeah, let's study bots because we're 5 years in. We want to get our tech going here. So basically, the way research works is you need at least 1 person and at least 1 good that isn't food or goods. And you build a lab basically in the middle of nowhere and connect those worlds up to it. Now, you can add extra people and you can add extra copies of the same resource, and that boosts how much you get. And getting 2 copies of the same resource is really, really good for that. So I think that is what we're going to do, and if we ever colonize this world, we could get another copy of a person, too. So let's build our thing here. We want to make sure that this is accessible. Actually, the alternative would be make this study minerals, although then that would make this world like completely useless. Like literally completely useless. Because I could get minerals from that world, minerals from this world. You could do scavenging worlds for that, and then minerals from this. So yeah, you could do a triple mineral, but no, I'm gonna do some bots studying. Or do I want to? Well, I see. There's no guarantee that there's any water in this area at all. Let me just see what's over here. Can you that? A distant, merciful source of water has appeared. Okay. But now, yeah, but then what do we do for food? We do need food. And I don't think any of our early techs give us... Oh, food processors. We do have access to food processors. Well, will eventually. We need 15 research points to get that. And that turns water and bacteria into food, which we can do. Well, we have the bacteria here. Potentially viable. Potentially viable. It essentially turns it into one of these worlds. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Actually, let's scan up here first. That's too far away. Again, just to maximize my options, in case we have some other, Hail Mary play here. Now, one other thing that we can do before we go... well, actually, I do want to get the lab up first. And is bots going to actually do anything for us here? Not really. Now, looking at our things, what do we have down here? Weather control. Desert would turn it into an arid, which doesn't help with water. Economic trade leads. Can consume any resource except people when connected to 3 or more. All right, so that's just demands stuff, which actually might not be a bad thing with all these spare bots flowing around. Yeah, if we do minerals, this it will... It'll work out better, although we might be able to do minerals better elsewhere. This is a source of 2 bots that we might not necessarily be able to get. So yeah, let's do it. We're doing bots. Alright, so what we want to make sure is that we can access this. There we go. So we send a person here, we send bots here, and now that starts to research it. Oh wait, we put this in... You can back time up here. We want to make sure this is linked up first. There we go. Now we put this up here, and now we want to make sure that all the bots can get to it. Person here. Bots. Bots. And now we got 3 research points, and we're going to get 3 research points every year. Which is fantastic. Now let's scan up here. Water, please. No, no water. I'm sorry, not water. Food. We have the water. We are able to source the water. Although, I mean... Yeah, I mean, this could also be food. But then where do we get the water? This is a very dry area. This could potentially produce water, but it's way the heck out of nowheres. And yeah, we want to get trade goods here. So what we're going to do here, we're not in range of any of the bots, unfortunately. So what we're going to do is we're going to do minerals into trade goods, send them here. That generates an extra person. That extra person will go down here to this mineral world, who can then work this, and now we have a nice stable loop here too. And an extra mineral that can work one of these places. And here, actually, this brings us down to our ocean world. But also, again, the question of food. Now that could make food, but this is in the way. Alright, what was this thing here again? Xenofoods. The alternative... You two talk? Yeah, these two can't even talk to each other. So yeah, that would do that. What's this over here? Yeah, this just isn't really fertile ground down here at all, which is unfortunate. I mean, there's an ocean planet, a beautiful ocean planet. I mean, again, there could be food stuffs over here. But you know what? Let's do this thing here first. And yeah, person equals food. And now let's scan. Now, you're not going to give me both of them? That's not food. That's potentially food. Are you close enough? You are close enough. Okay, we have a way forward. We have a convoluted way forward. We can make some food off of the ocean world with some bots. Not these bots, they're too far away, unfortunately. Although, did we get the Slipways one, or did we pass on that? Oh yeah, we should get disease eradication so that we can boost up our stuff. Where's the production populated by 1? Yeah. Or machine interfacing for just the raw cache. So what do we want? More people, or... Yeah, actually, let's get the brain machine interface invent. Oh yeah, let me do my name and game patrons here. On we're going to be doing them on our successful worlds here. Alright, so we've got 2 successful worlds, Cameron, Salisbury, and Boyd. Let's add this in here, because this is already pretty prosperous. And yeah, as soon as we build this, we get the social capital bonus too. So this makes this world, this makes these things produce Boku bucks, which is precisely what we want. Now we're out of cash at the moment, but we can pop this asteroid. And then get this thing, so we go from 15 to 25. Oh, I like this combo. I like it a lot. Now we could spend the 30 to turn it into these. Does this talk, or can this talk with Ferrix? If this is out of range, dang. Because that could have provided the food. Although we could use that to produce with our xenofoods, the food processor. Actually, it's that or that. So yeah, you know what? We're good. We just need to get to this, the food. We just need to get to it. Which actually means we're in good shape here. We could also do a water thing here. Ironic that, you know, so many of our worlds are dying of thirst, but we can set up a study water here. We could send the water down to Wayne too. Okay, so here's what we do. Algae farm. Stop them from struggling. Man, I really should have just turned this into a goods producer. Right, we need to get bots to you. What's over here? What's over here? And over here? Alright, we need bacteria over here. Ah, this could be a perfect setup for here, but this is in the way. Alright, so yeah, we need to send bots here. I think we're going to do that the old-fashioned way, because yeah, this is too far. That's way too far, unfortunately. So we're going to send you up here. Have you produce bots. That stabilizes everybody. Now that begs the question, though, how do we get goods to this Strauss? I mean, we could turn this into a goods producing world if we can get some either bots or minerals to it. Unfortunately, yeah, we can't just circumvent that. This also wants minerals. Well, I can get minerals. Extra connections is good for business. Alright, now we could send the water down here, but we could also queue up this. Now down here we need more bots if we want to produce food here. Here we need bots and bacteria. And then here, bots and bacteria. But we can't get the bots over here. Let's see what this thing is. Nothing. Tricky. What are these things here? Nothing. I mean, the food, we absolutely, without fail, will be taking the Xeno foods, because there's so many different places that just are dying for food. What's this up here? Remnant. Well, a remnant world. If we made this, we made this a colony. We could remnant world minerals, and then no, that wouldn't work. Yes, we can reach that. I am going to lunge for it. An Earth-like. Because what I really want to do is I need to get goods here, because we can then turn this into like a massive profit center planet. And then, yeah, there is the mineral seeding, but then here's the other tricky part. Once you've invented 2 techs, you lose access to all of the others in the top 2 tiers and have to go down to here. So we can only invent 2 techs from these 2 tiers. That's why I'm being so cautious here. Let's do some scanning up here. Again, maximizing options, maybe opportunity will present itself. Not there. This neck of the woods, we are absolutely swimming in mineral planets. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to add you to the lab. That's kind of the other reason I built this over here. Now we could just set up this forge world to produce goods, send it over there, and let the forge world do the struggling. That might actually be more profitable for us in the long run. Now, do we want it to do minerals to forge or bots? I think we want it to do bots because this is a viable source of bots. Because yeah, this is too far to go from here. So this forge world has to produce us some bots, which is unfortunate and slightly wasteful. What's this up here? Is this a habitable world? It is. But they want circuits. Circuits aren't a problem, actually. The only thing that's a problem is food. Once again. Alright, yeah, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to bots to goods. We're going to take the one good. Successful up to turn that into a cash money zone. Michael, our next successful planet, gets the next patron. Also want to check, because sometimes when you make one world successful, it kind of cascades. Alright, so let's do this So we're going to do minerals to bots. Like so. So now this world's struggling. Yeah, we're passing the buck here. Oh, well, this will eventually, if we turn this to a colony and it starts demanding goods, there will be goods available. So that's a good thing. Actually, this would be a goods place too, and we could actually have this place produce food, but we'd also need some... Well, let's check out... Alright, well, there's... Alright, now we really, really want this place to spit out, like, a crap ton of bots. But we can do that. What's this over here? Nothing. Okay. Alright, continuing to kick the can. Boom. Yeah, and I think we're going to do our Xeno foods here. Unfortunately, this world's food is kind of wrapped up in itself, but that's okay. But because I see potential here, if we can get access to some form of water or biomass, like up here, this world can stabilize with our new toy. So we're going to turn you into this. So that's going to go here. All right, let's do some scanning up around here. Can we get all three? No. That's nothing. That's nothing. Come on, don't make it a big dud. It's a big dud. Seriously? Come on, game. Because, I mean, it's not going to completely suffer. Get one or more ocean planets to prosper as. Increase the total production of bots. Because, yeah, this is producing microchips there. So we can send that here. Now we have even more. It stinks that this has to be left turning that or that. Is there any way we can sort of snake in or sneak in? I mean, maybe all the way over here? Nope. That is most pooish. Because, yeah, this whole section is like nothing but. And then that's just desert, which doesn't help me out. And then this world's in the way. I mean, when we get relays, then we can circumvent this problem. But that's a ways away, unfortunately. All right, so this needs to, yeah, because we need bots to produce here. Now, when does this up its production? At least 2 export routes. So it will, as soon as we hook up bots to one more area, it's going to produce more bots, which is exactly what we want. So this is going to go here. That so that brings you up to successful. We can get the interface going. Shona Bellamy is our next prosperous world here. And then this is going to be our colony, who's going to consume this food. And then here, yeah, this is going to be bots to make that. That gives you that. And we have a spare water. We have a spare water. We have, my friends, a spare water. And that makes frickin' food! Yes! 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 Food! Food has been obtained. Now we need goods. But I'll cross that bridge when I get there. So, we're looking pretty good. So I think I'm going to end this episode here, but we will continue and finish the run in our next one. So if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar, signing out. See ya!